Welcome. I'm your host, Jesse Sawyer. Nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer, Silver Sneaker Flex instructor. Find out more about me, visit my website, www.jessesawyer.com, and find out how to utilize science to master your fitness. Today I have another Silver Sneakers Energy Chi, Qigong, Tai Chi, you name it, but range of motion exercise. Not a form, not a format. I've been putting out some of these range of motion exercises, zigzag motions, going up to the mountain. I've also been throwing out the bird. And now I'm going to throw this one out as well. It's a figure 8, okay? So one, we're not going to be shifting. We're going to have our feet in a 10 and 2 position without shifting and going in the figure 8 position, and then we're going to shift as well. So I'm going to throw both of them at you. Sometimes I think I should just break it down into one and then do the other one another time. Might do that at a later point, but since we're already in this position and we're already going to be doing this, I might as well just add them both. The shifting weight is a little more difficult. The one where we're going to be more in the static position with our feet in the 10 and the 2, a little easier. But again, hand movements, breathing, range of motion, all important, and that's what we're going to be working on today, so we work on that balance. So we're going to get in that horse stance. You want to make sure that you pay attention to your rate of perceived exertion as 1 through 3. Make sure you have hydration. Make sure you pay attention to posture, and make sure you get physician's clearance as well, and then try to be on a hard surface when you do this. So horse stance, toes over knees, knees over hips. However, I want to put my toes in the 10 and the 2 position. So think about your clock. You got your 9, your 3, so that would be this way. But I don't want to be that far out, right? I'm going to feel that on my hips. I'm going to put that in the 10 and the 2. So I'm going to keep a little bit of gap in between my foot, about 12 inches. And then I'm going to put those toes at a 10 and a 2. So pointing at the 10, pointing at the 2. So that I can just shift back and forth, just like this, right? Like a clock, back and forth. Boom, boom, boom. Now what we want to do is we want to go into a figure 8. So we have to go into a crescent moon rotation, right? Circles where we have one hand on top of each other, right? Like that, right? Yeah, see how I did that, right? But we're just going to stay here in this position, right? And then we're going to shift, right, my body to my right, left over right, and then I'm just going to take the right over left and I'm going to circle it into a figure 8. So all I'm doing is coming up and over, and then I'm circling it down, and I'm just making a figure 8 position. And this is my shifting. Now if we didn't shift, we just would stay static. And we're just making an 8. Right. But I enjoy the shifting because the shifting makes it much easier to do. Now adding the breath is the hard part. And I've used the ball, right? I can grab a ball out. And sometimes doing that ball, it gives you a better visual as you take that 8 and you create an 8, because it's almost like you're diving down, coming up, and then diving down, coming up, and then diving down. And I'll grab that ball and I'll show you in that position. Yes, I don't have anything hidden in the closet. I do have my, my modalities though, my tools. And again, toes over knees, knees over hips, hips over shoulders. And I want to rotate out, right? Externally rotate those hips, 10 and the 2. Got it like that? Or you have left or right. It doesn't really matter which way because we're going to be doing it together. So now you're just going to flip it through. And a ball sometimes helps you really create that coordination because now you have to spin it through, drive it through, and hold on to that ball as you make that figure 8. As you can see, and I can see in that camera, I dip it down, I come up and around, and then I dip. And I'm just shifting. And my heels do not come up off that floor. And you want to breathe. And that's the hardest part of adding the breath into here. Besides getting the shifting back and forth, working on coordination, working on that balance, working on the hand placement as you come down through. But it's taking that nice inhalation here. Inhale here, and then breathe it out here. And the ball really makes you have to slow down and really focus on moving those hands as well into the correct position. So if you have a ball, I suggest you use it. You can do this statically, you can do it shifting. I prefer the shifting method. You're still gonna have your feet 10 to 2 in the static, but the shifting allows you to get a little bit better, more movement and get an understanding as you push through. And as you circle around, then you exhale. Figure 8, so you're coming up, dipping down, coming up, dipping down as you shift back. Or grab that ball, we'll do a few more through where we're just going to the left, and then you take that left over top and dip down through. Again, the ball gives you really good practice of shifting and holding on to something, working on dexterity, working on some, the awareness of the palm, the awareness of the hands, the awareness of your breath with the ball. So as you spin it, it's inhale. As you push down, exhale. As you spin it, inhale. Spin, inhale, and then exhale. And you lose it sometimes, just like that. And that means my time is up, and I value and appreciate yours. Go in peace, my friends, and enjoy this exercise. As I get rid of that modality, and watch next time as I bring back a